When we look at Standard 5 or ISLIC 5, we're talking about more or less the community. This is reaching outside to your stakeholders. And what the standard says is a school administrator is an educational leader who promotes the success of all students by collaborating with families and community members, responding to diverse community interests and needs, and mobilizing community resources. So at this point now we're looking outside the school environment, and even though it's an external factor, it's very important to everything internally that's going on. Visibility for a superintendent and for a principal, it's key. Get out to ball games, get out to functions, go out to community block parties if that's a particular item. I can tell you as a superintendent, there was an apple butter festival every year that one of my schools had, and I attended it. I was there at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I sat and stirred apple butter and was among the community, and you learn a lot about the people. Whatever is going on in your school, whatever is culturally acceptable, then you need to be a party to that, because that's where you're going to meet people, understand what's going on, and develop those stakeholders. And you got to learn about your kids. You got to get into the neighborhood and find out exactly what they're going through, and that's hard. I just finished a research project, and one of the things I did was I was identifying whether the socioeconomical background of a superintendent had anything to do with their decision making. And what I found was that it does, that superintendents that come from low socioeconomical background have a tendency to be more sympathetic, and those that come from a higher SES had to learn how to be sympathetic. So think about yourself as a leader and what you need to do in order to be empathetic or sympathetic to what's going on in the lives of your students, all of your students, from one end of the spectrum to the other.